hit a button, but I didn't. I was like, whoop, frozen. Hi, everybody. Welcome to
Hi.
Sunday Connections. A whole 2 people in the chat. Woohoo! Free readings for everybody. No,
Yes, of course.
welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so very much. I was excited to have you join us. This is Lady Soul, everybody. And Lady Soul has her own YouTube channel now. Congratulations.
Yes, it's still, thank you. Thank you. It took a lot of me to start it. And, with learning everything else, it's kind of it's a learning experience. That's all I can say. It's a huge learning experience.
It most definitely is. It most definitely is. Her link to her channel is in the description box below the video. And I'm sure once one of the moderators get in here, they can stick it in the chat for us. So if you're not already subscribed to Lady Soul and would like to, of course, you can then click on that link and
Thank you.
It'll take you there. So hello, MJ. Hello, Spiritual Brain. Thank you for being here. So as always, when we have a new guest here at Dozen Cats, we like to ask you a few questions to put you right on the spot, make you feel so.
Okay.
Hi, Kira. Hi, Jane's Free. Well, MJ's already subscribed to you. Look at that. That's wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
So if you guys have a question for Lady Soul and myself, please do pop it in the chat. Make sure that you put it in capitals with a couple of emojis so that I can see it. And we will ask Lady Soul some of these questions while everybody's like coming in and getting settled, okay? So here's the first question. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. 3 things that you always have to have with you, or that you always have with you.
2 things. You said 3?
3 things. I mean,
Thank you so much. I just got it. It took a while for me to get a hat because my hair is so beyond curly, so I had to relax my hair in order for me to even have a hat on.
Lovely.
Yeah. So
your channel is I Am Lady Soul, right?
Yes, that is my channel, my YouTube channel. I also have a Instagram. It's I am Lady Soul _30. I'm more active on there. I do daily, weekly oracle cards, and it's just a post saying what does my soul need to hear today. I like to have fun with it, so like I put on TikTok videos or just funny spiritual humor. So I like to have fun with it.
I love it. I'll get it for you, Jan's Free, and stick it in the chat for you. So 3 things that you always need to have with you, love.
My 3 things. One is my necklace. It has a black tourmaline and a tiger's eye.
Beautiful.
I have another crystal. My second thing that I have with me is my big heart lapis lazuli, which helps with your throat, helps me with communications, whether I'm talking to friends, family, or doing lives such as these. It helps me basically think before you speak. So that helps me.
Right.
Obviously my phone, but I don't know if that's considered something.
Hey, why not?
But I do carry mostly I do carry my crystals. I carry, my phone. And then, on my phone, I actually have a portrait. It's kind of like a collage picture of all my spirit team, my family members who help me on it yes. So for those who don't know who I am, I have about, so let me see, it's Maria, Chavela, Dioveto, Esperanza. I have about 6 to 5 spirits that are my family that help me with my everyday life.
Right.
My great grandmother Maria, she is my gatekeeper. She is the reason why she passed her gifts on to me. And
beautiful.
Yeah, so I think that would be considered one of the things I always carry with me, which is my phone, and it has the photo of my spirit family in there.
A really, really cool thing to do. I love that.
Yeah.
See, now I am so glad I asked these questions. This is awesome.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right, next question. What is your go-to favorite food, snack food, meal? Do you have one?
I do. I have, you know what? For those who actually know me, I am a huge foodie person. I love food. I love snacks. I'm always actually bugging my boyfriend. He's always show him like random videos on TikTok, like, oh, I want to go here, I want to go here, I want to go here. He's just like, okay, okay. Like eventually we're gonna do it.
Right, right.
My go-to snack obviously has to be hot Cheetos. I grew up on that as since I was like 5. I grew up on hot Cheetos.
I love it.
Not the most healthiest snacks, but I did grow up, obviously around Mexican candy like tamarindo, chamoy, chips. I don't have a favorite food. It just depends on
What you're in the
I'm in
mood
the
for, what
mood
you're
for. Yeah,
craving. I
because
love
I
that.
could crave Chick-fil-A. I can crave like chicken sandwiches, Chick-fil-A,
Right. Yep.
or In-N-Out, which is a huge fast food chain here in
Right.
California. In-N-Out, and
I've
it
actually
sucks
heard of
because
In-N-Out Burger. Yep.
yes,
Yep.
have you tried one?
No, because I haven't been to the States in a really, really long time. But
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
I've been to California, but that was
okay.
when I was 18, so that was before you were born.
Oh,
Trust me.
wait,
No,
when?
what? Yeah, no, it
A
was
long
in
time.
like 1984.
Oh yeah.
Right. I told
Wow.
you I was old as dirt.
I
I
think
was.
you're not old as dirt. Oh, come on. No. It really depends because the one foods I really want to try is Indian food because I
Yes.
see it all over my social media: butter chicken, naan,
Yes.
rice,
Yeah.
just these different foods. But again, I don't really have well, I guess you know what? I scratch that. My favorite food of all time is pizza.
Right.
Scratch that.
Oh, sorry, Donna, that you're having trouble sleeping. Hopefully, we can help. If you guys have a question, please do pop it in the chat. We're just getting to know Lady Soul. We're asking her our 5 questions that we ask everyone who is a first-time guest at Dozen Cats. So, third question.
Hmm.
Favorite ritual or tradition?
Okay. Favorite, well, the most one me and my best friend actually created this. We go to Disneyland for our birthdays.
Oh,
I'm October, so we get to experience the Halloween.
oh,
As
that's
you
so
can
beautiful.
tell, I have a dress that has a Nightmare Before Christmas. It's Oogie Boogie's Boys. So I
I
have a
love that.
dress dedicated because it is my birthday month, so it's Halloween season. Thankfully and finally. And for her birthday's in December, so we get to experience the Christmas version of Disneyland.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
for rituals, oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. Go ahead, love. Go.
For rituals, I try and do it every week. I sage my home, I sage myself, and I meditate. And it gets very emotional because sometimes, working through past traumas, working through your issues has always been a huge challenge. But
Right.
recently now, I've actually, when I shower, I listen to Native American flutes and drums, and I
Okay.
just let the water just wash over me, and I'm just
Right.
like, release what doesn't belong to me, get rid of it. This is brand new. I'm brand new. Let's take on the day with the new energy.
Yeah, that's very cleansing to have that purification and sort of watch the negativity or the emotions sort of go down the drain. There's something, the visual aspect of it sort of swirling around the drain as it goes down. That's really neat that you do that. All right. Fourth question. TV family that you wish you were a part of.
The first thing that
It's
popped up
like
to my
one of
head
my
was The
favorite
Simpsons.
questions. The
The first thing
Simpsons.
that popped in,
I
The
love it.
Simpsons. Oh my gosh, it's kind
Can
of
you
like
imagine how much fun that would be? I
I
love
think it would just give me so much anxiety, but it's just like I don't know. It's just like every single day that would be something like, okay, like if Homer were my dad, I'd be like, what are you doing this time?
it, right?
Or Bart is being like such a troublemaker. And then you have Lisa, Marge is oblivious and she's like, oh, okay, just ignores you.
I love it. I love it. All right. Our last question for you, my dear. Where is your happy place?
Oh, that's a very, very good question. I'm actually finding my happy place. One, I had to recently find out within myself, but my happy place is being outdoors, whether it's in a park, but where I can feel the earth, like under my feet, under, my hands, and just really being in the moment. So I like being outdoors, the happy place. Again, because I don't know, again, it might be because I'm a water sign, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm always attracted to bodies of water.
Yeah.
So I went to the beach this past summer, and it was by far the best thing in the world. It's like I felt like the sand and the ocean vibrating underneath me. It was really strange. I
Hmm.
was like, this is cool. So the earth, basically wherever I am, but I'm always attracted to the beach.
I love that. Marcia says she's digging your hat.
Thank you.
So I want to say thank you for taking the time to answer those questions.
Of
It's just
course.
something that I do when someone new comes to visit. We ask them some questions just to get to know you in a little different way.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
if anyone has a question, pop it in the chat. Pierrette, I do have you start. I want to take a moment and say hi to everyone who's here. Spiritual Rain is in the house. MJ420 or 420 is in the house. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Jan's Free is here. Teresa
Jan's Free
K.
actually asked another question. Pizza with what toppings? Um, Again, it depends on the mood, whether it's pepperoni, jalapenos, mushrooms. Those are
Nice.
usually my two go-to toppings.
Yeah.
But
I'm green
I
olives, tomatoes, and onions.
really, you want to hear something funny, and
I'm
I will always
Canadian.
make fun of this. One year I went to Dallas, to Texas, to go visit some friends, and
Mhm.
obviously the culture in California and Texas are extremely different.
Right.
My friends were like, "We're going to get hamburger pizza." So I don't know if you've heard of that term,
Yep.
hamburger pizza.
Yep.
And me and my sisters were like, "Oh, hamburger pizza. Okay, they're going to put all this extra toppings on there. It's like hamburger pizza. What?" And we're like, "Well, where's the hamburger pizza?" It was sausage.
Yeah.
I was like, "Why didn't you guys just say sausage?" Like I was so sad. It's like you guys got my hopes up for a hamburger pizza. It ended up being a sausage pizza. Are you kidding me right now?
Right. Well, see, here in Canada, we're all about the meat lovers pizza. Like, the more meat you put on it, the better off we are.
Really? Oh,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
100%. Kevin the Healing Medium is here. Thank you, Kevin, for being here. Jan's Bree, I already said hello to. Donna is in the house. Marcia Green is here. Pierrette White is here. Keep Alliance is here. Angla is here. Ron Unconditional Love. My whole chat just went jump. Um,
Yay.
it blanks out. I don't know why it does that. But there you go. Oh, I haven't heard that, Jan's Free. That's interesting. So again, if anyone wants a question, please pop it into the chat. Make sure that it's in capitals and some emojis, and we will go ahead and get started with our first question from Pierrette, who says, does my higher self have something to tell me that I am not hearing? It's an interesting question. It's a good question. I like it. All right. My hands are freezing today. What does
It's
that
weird
mean?
because my hands started like you know
You're
how when
hot.
you're like sitting on your hands for too long and they start to go like fall asleep?
Yeah.
That's how my hands feel. So it's very strange how you just said my hands are freezing, but my hands are like staticky. It's weird.
You've got pins and needles. I've got I've got nothing going to my hands. No blood circulation at all. I told you, friends, I am old as dirt. Hi, Liz T.
You are not old as dirt. Come
Oh,
on.
Here's the thing. The other night, I have to say, I digress, friends. Sorry, everyone that knows me knows that I go on and I lose my train of thought. But I was, I did my fire pit Friday at the fire pit. It's something that I've been doing all summer on Fridays.
Yeah,
Where
I thought that was a really neat
my
thing.
backyard and we just talk. Like we just talk about anything. Every
Yeah.
time is different. And I said that I was 57 years old, and someone in chat was like, "Oh my god, I'm sitting next to my husband," and my husband was like, "What?" She was like, and I'm like, "Y'all just made my day. Thank you so much."
Oh.
You know, when you get old, you appreciate when people say to you that you don't look your age. I got you, Marcia, and I've got Liz, and I've got Pierrette. Whenever you're ready, you jump in there, my dear.
Okay. So there's a lot of busyness, I feel. Correct. You're very busy, not only with your hands, your feet, but also in your mind that you kind of doubt yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to, pull cards to kind of make sense with what's going on. The
Thank you, Marcia.
We need to be we need to have vocal we need to work on our words is what I'm hearing. Learn how to we need to learn how to use our words. Like I remember someone in the chat saying, "Oh, think before we speak." Yes, think before we speak. Exactly how it sounds is what it means. If we don't know how to express ourselves, we need to find the words and use the correct words and the correct tone. Now, I do sense there is some I don't want to say self-doubt, but there are like second guessing yourself. Like you don't fully trust your how would I say this? Your own talents, your own intuition, and you're doubting that. So what I hear and what I see is ask and receive, and then to be brave enough to stand in what you believe in. And I got moonflower from my from my moon witch deck, which says bloom even if no one is watching.
Yeah.
But we need to if you really don't know how to ask, you don't have to say anything. Your guides, your angels will show you what you need. Even if you can't find the words, they know what to give you. We just need to ask, and if you ask, you shall receive. And you need to be very because I do feel, and it's weird because I can't find the words either.
Yeah, I got that. I got the throat chakra too.
It's like it's very difficult for me to put into words for some reason.
Well, I think, and only because I know Pierrette, that I feel that it's okay. So Pierrette lives in New Brunswick, Canada, and so
Okay.
I'm not sure if French is your first language, Pierrette, but she is. I believe that she's bilingual, and so I wonder if she feels that there is like a language barrier, right?
Okay. Okay, that does make sense because I couldn't find like I keep thinking of a thesaurus. Okay, how would I want to use this word, but instead of using that word, use the synonyms of that.
Yeah.
So that's never happened to me. So that I just find that very, very interesting that
Yeah.
I'm tapping into her energy and I can't get the words out. It's so weird.
Okay. Thank you, Jans Free. I hope that you have a enjoyable rest of your evening. Thank you for being here, my friend. And Pierrette says yes, French is my first language,
Okay.
so that makes sense.
Okay.
So I got follow the. I love this picture. It's absolutely stunning. So follow the path of your soul. And the message on this card reads, "Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you." And I feel like that might be you sort of getting in your own way. And when I say that, I mean no offense or disrespect, because as each of us finds our gift and tries to navigate this journey about, okay, something's happening here, what do I do with it kind of idea, it's difficult to navigate that. I don't know who it is. Like in terms of like, it doesn't matter like if it's your family or if it's your environment or if it's your culture, it's just a difficult thing to come to terms with and to sort of press the go button, right? It's interesting that Lady Soul got busy because I've got lake in stillness. So in other words, getting quiet, right?
Okay.
Getting quiet, taking that time to like do some inner reflection. What is it that Pierrette wants, right? Also, if your higher self is trying to communicate with you and you've got your hands in 19 cookie jars, you may not be hearing it. You may be missing the signs, the synchronicities, the symbols, the messages. If you allow yourself maybe to get into like a meditative state for 5-10 minutes a day as a routine, and I'm not sure if you do that or not, that's when those messages will come to you because your mind is more clear. So quieting down, I think, is key, because that's when those answers are going to make sense. And then, of course, your path is going to be like right in front of you kind of idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got the heart chakra. So again, that's holding on to your emotions, right? That's your love. That's your joy. That's your your harmony, I want to say. I've got the throat chakra for creativity. So this is interesting because, and I say this so often on my channel with my own personal experiences, it was difficult for me to just get quiet and say, okay, you know what? I'm feeling A, B, C, or D today. It was very, very, very difficult for me to do. So I had to release it in a creative way. So I started to, I'm grabbing a deck of cards because someone's asking me the name of the deck. I started to, draw. I made my own oracle deck. I tried to release my emotions in a creative way, which made it feel like I wasn't releasing my emotions, if that made sense. That's the deck there, Angela. It's called Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer.
Also, I did want to for Purette. I don't. I get the same feeling because my dad, my dad, he struggles with his words as well as a language barrier, and unfortunately, me and him don't communicate as well either because my Spanish sucks. So I speak a lot of Spanglish, and he understands me in English and I understand him in Spanish, but when we try to talk to each other, it's like there's like a language barrier.
Right.
And when he was learning how to speak, he would actually, when I was younger, he would help me with my homework in elementary. So that's how he was learning how to read and write and speak, English. Does it, I don't think there, just because there's a language barrier, you need to give yourself praise that you're able to speak, because there's some people that don't have the confidence or they get very discouraged.
Absolutely.
So be like, give yourself praise because you're learning a new language that is very hard, because the English language sucks. There's so many, there's 5 different words and 7 different spellings of it. So I just want to let you know on that.
Absolutely. On the bottom of this card, Pierre, it says imagination, expression, originality, and passion. And I think that, like, for example, I crochet. Crocheting is very relaxing to me, so it soothes me in terms of my anxiety. But I can be very creative because I don't have to necessarily follow a pattern. I can pick different colors and I can, make different designs with them. So there's something to it. And while I'm doing that, it allows me to get what? Quiet. And in those quiet moments is when you do those releasing. So there's something there. Now, I also got, it's interesting because I got 3 chakras, right? I got the heart chakra, the throat chakra, right? And I got the 3rd eye chakra, which is inspiration, ideas, spark, impulse, and conception. So your question was, does my higher self have something to tell me that I'm not hearing? And I think your higher self is trying to communicate with you and asking you to quiet yourself down, right? Get centered, maybe meditate, and allow the messages and the synchronicities and the signs to actually come through to you, right? And I would be really, really, really interested to know if you've ever done automatic writing, because I think that if you sat down with a piece of paper, either after meditation or just in meditation, you would be amazed at what you could get out on a piece of paper.
That was actually one of the first exercises I did when I started getting control of my gifts, because obviously growing up, I'm hearing all these voices.
Right.
It was just like, okay, I need to get them down. I need to get them down. So I would say, what does my soul need to hear today? And then they would just kind of say, okay, you need to stop. You need to relax. You need to breathe. You need to do this. You need to do that. So automatic writing is something that I do recommend. Highly, highly recommend.
I love it. Thank you, Pierrette, for asking the question. And I just want to say, Kiva, I've got you, and I've got you, Spiritual Rain. So Miss Liz T says, hi again. Can my guides advise me on my current weight? Now, keep in mind, we're not doctors here, but we can... Okay, so yes, I have, Kelly. I also have all the clairs. Okay, so then perhaps it's just because you've been dealing with what you've been dealing with, because of course New Brunswick was was affected by the storm, Fiona. Maybe it's just there's something in that stressed you to the point where you sort of closed down a little bit. I wonder. I got you, Silver. But thank you very much for asking the question, Pierre. I appreciate you. And hi, Silver 1111, and hi, Fox with the book.
I keep hearing the word. I'm not sure if there's a certain stress. I keep hearing there's stress. Or that's all I keep hearing. It's stress. It's stress. So I'm not sure if there's something that's going on in mentally with you. Liz T. I keep hearing, I'm not sure if you are a fan of strawberries, but I heard like if you're munching, munch on strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
Munch on strawberries. Munch on strawberries. Why are you keep telling me strawberries? That's so weird. They're so cards are not popping up for you, and the only thing I'm hearing is there's a lot of stress, and replace like if you're munching, because I'm very, very guilty of that. I've struggled, with myself. There are certain fruits, certain teas, but I keep hearing strawberries, so I'm not sure if strawberries are if that's your favorite fruit, or is that something that you always related to. I don't know if you can verify that for me, Liz.
Well, this is interesting. So I've got go outside. I mean, not to be blunt, but that's literally what the card said. Go outside. It is time to go outside. Time to tune into the powerful peace of nature, whatever you are, and feel at one within your habitat. So allowing yourself to tap into that, right? Interestingly, I did pull some tarot cards. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Air. And I just thought that was interesting because he's literally laying on the grass, right? Doing
Barefoot.
Contemplative, meditative, sort of recuperative thing. I often refer to this card as, what we used to do as little kids, looking up at the sky and sort of allowing ourselves and our imagination to make images out of the clouds. What do we see, right? I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm just going to go out on a limb here.
Uh-huh. I mean, because she did message, she did put a comment, want to develop my intuitive healing abilities, love berries. Okay, great. So I got the berry part right.
Yeah.
So the one thing I can tell you is, if you are trying to do like a natural approach, the stress, you can actually, meditation.
Yeah.
I personally don't like meditating in the sun because
Yeah.
I get really dark and I don't like the heat. I'm not one for the heat.
Yeah.
So like before the sun comes up or when the sun goes down, sunrise or sunset, I would go outside and dig your toes in the dirt and the grass, just exactly how you have it there. However you feel comfortable, whether it's laying there, having a lawn chair and putting just taking it all in at one at a time. Try and quiet your mind. Now, if you are not able to, what I do, I put my AirPods in, my headset.
Yeah. I got the hermit card. So doing that little bit of introspection, that the quieting your mind part. Sorry.
Yeah, the quieting the mind. No, yeah. Putting what helps me, there are certain meditation videos that I listen to, but when I really, really need to stop, what calms me is Native American flutes and drums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the binaural beats are really good.
It's like, okay, and it's really weird because when I do my ritual, as I mentioned earlier, I listen to the Native American music, and I just, if this bothers, like I say, just I dry bath like this.
Yeah.
I just do that. Just get like, or shake it off. I think that's what you really need to do. Shake, like literally shake it off.
Yeah.
Sit down, quiet your mind, listen to drums and flutes.
And I also got listened to.
Listening, exactly. So I think that's what's causing a lot of the stress, is because you're not quieting your mind. You're overstimulating, overthinking.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I just want to say that I'm looking at the clock. So I see Silver 1111 in the chat, and my clock on my computer says 333. So that's just weird. Thought I would mention.
I'm always with three threes are always in my daily life. I don't know why, it just does.
When I pulled my tarot cards, I got the Sun card. That's the first card that came out. Joy, blessings. It's the yes card in the tarot, right? It's success, it's enthusiasm, it's recognition. Second card that I got is the Knight of Fire. This is going after it, the goal, the dream, the job, the whatever you're passionate about, right? It's confident, passionate, adventurous. And then I got the Hermit card, and on the bottom of the deck is the Four of Air. And if I'm going to tie that up in a story, then I don't know. But I feel like I feel like there's a lot of pressure that you're putting on yourself about this weight. And I, of course, don't know your situation or your circumstance, but I want to say to you to please be kind to yourself. I don't know if your weight is a body image weight issue or if it's an actual medical issue. And I'm not asking you to tell me that. I'm just being honest with what I'm getting here. So if it is an issue where you don't like the way that you feel or that you look, and it's not that your health is in jeopardy, then I would strongly urge you, based on the cards that I have, to just, that's why I think I got this and the listening and the going outside and the Hermit, is just to be kind to yourself. If it is a medical issue and we, the doctor has said you must lose weight, then I want to say to you that either one of these scenarios works hand in hand in my mind, and that is to take a step back and maybe come at this from a different approach, right? Instead of I have to, and because nothing's happening, you're beating yourself up or getting very down on yourself or feeling down in general. Maybe try a different approach. Maybe step back and try to regroup this contemplative state and this Hermit mode, right? Allow your inner wisdom to guide you in the journey of how you're going to just feel better. Do you know what I mean? I hope that that's making sense. So start yourself on a walking routine, for 5 minutes a day or for 10 minutes a day. I'm going to go outside. Maybe if it's too cold outside, I don't know where you live, you're going to put on YouTube and you hear the birds and the trees and you just walk on the spot. Maybe if you can't, if you don't feel comfortable going out in the street, maybe you just do exercises in the chair for 5 minutes. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I feel like you're putting so much pressure on yourself. And obviously, if it's a medical thing, you could go to the doctor and you could say, like, I need help with this. Maybe there's a dietitian or a nutritionist that you could speak to, right? The last card that I got is from the sacral chakra. Okay. This is the sexuality card. I'm going to cover it up because, YouTube has issues, right? And it is about openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. So in other words, how you view yourself affects everything that you do. And so you have to try to be a little kinder to yourself in terms of what you're seeing so that you will be successful in your quest to lose weight. I hope that makes sense. That's what I got. So Liz says, am overwhelmed with my fatigue illness, which limits me, can barely walk with fatigue. Do my best to exercise 3 minutes at a time as doctor ordered this autumn. Okay. All right. So that makes sense. Right. I think that sometimes when people say, I mean, like, again, not to turn this into a Kelly show, but in terms of letting you know, Liz, that I sort of get where you're coming from. I went to the doctor and I was told that I have anxiety panic disorder. I'm like, okay, whatever that means, and I will deal with it. And I didn't do such a great job. Then I went back to the doctor, and now they told me that I have high blood pressure, and that if I didn't stop stressing, I was probably going to have a heart attack and die. Well, that's great. How do I control something that I didn't know that I have? And that's why I'm coming to the doctor, because I have no idea how to control it. I mean, that's
And
what you're
it's
supposed
like
to
they're
have.
adding on to
Right?
the, yeah.
I just want you to know that I literally had to take 10 days off of work because that's how stressed out I was. I couldn't
Oh
function
my
because I
goodness.
was scared to death. And that's what anxiety is. It's about fear. So I literally went like cray cray for a hot minute.
Yeah. I think for me, when I am in need of needing to reset by force, I get very sick.
Yeah.
Like
So when
I
someone
get,
says that to you, right? So I would go back to the doctor, if you don't mind me suggesting, and say to the doctor that, you know my situation, you know what I'm dealing with. So perhaps you could put me in touch with a dietitian or a nutritionist that can assist me with my meal planning and my meal prep, because obviously the doctor knows that you can't do more than 3 minutes without exhausting yourself. So that would be a suggestion. And also, be kinder to yourself.
yeah.
Be kinder
I
to
always
yourself.
try and remind people that it's like we've come so far. We like again, we don't come I don't compare my, my trauma to anyone else's trauma because everyone's very different. Everyone's at a different place of their life. You can't
Absolutely.
compare your journey to someone else's
Yeah.
because
Uh,
no one's at each other's level.
yeah. Sorry. Anna Banana says in the chat. Hi, Anna. By the way, when I mentioned medical, it made me wonder about medication side effects. So that's a possibility too. And you can ask your pharmacy about that. The pharmacy or the pharmacist can tell you whether or not there are particular side effects to that medication. And if there are, then you can go to the doctor and maybe have them switch it. Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only because we are not therapists, doctors, or pharmacists. God help us. Marcia Green says, does my grandma Jessie Tina have a message for me? She raised and spoiled me. I love that.
So what
Thank
I
you.
do like to oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying to Donna in the chat, thank you for sharing that with Liz about a fatigue channel. It's great.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Donna.
So so I do just want to make it clear. Sometimes certain spirits aren't ready to come through, so I can't always promise that your grandma Jessie, Tina will be coming through. All I can do is describe what she is showing me or what a certain energy or a certain spirit comes to me as, and then from there you can determine, okay, it's her, or no, it's someone else.
Right. I just got
So
like
okay,
super hot. Oh, you see how red I just got? Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're turning very red right now, and it's weird because I'm getting cold.
Oh, there you
So
go.
it's like we're always getting like the complete opposite. It's really weird. Okay, ask that. Yes. Okay, so this is okay. So I am getting a feminine energy. She is maybe I want to say like 5'4", 5'4", middle height. She is kind of showing me. There's like two hairstyles that she's showing me, so I'm not sure. But Marsha, if you're here, just go ahead and comment whether it's if this resonates with you. The first one, I think there's actually two. I'm getting. They look like sisters, but I think they're like sister cousins in a way. Like they're related. They're like so weird. In Mexico they call them primo hermanos, meaning like uh basically sister brother cousins. Like they're directly related. One of them has a short cut, has a short haircut, but the other one has like a shoulder length. Um, okay, she was a dream interpreter, not really. She was
Interesting.
okay. So okay. um, that is okay. She was a dream interpreter. My grandma Jessie. We need to ground ourselves, is what I'm getting. You're like, I feel very. It's not that I'm dizzy. I'm kind of lightheaded in a way, where I just kind of got like.
Yeah.
Like when you get up too quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got conflict and I got balance. So
Okay, that's like okay. She said my mom had short cut and my aunt had okay. So I feel okay.
wow, you all see that? You wait, those cards just like literally flew out.
Okay, so I do believe that your mom and your aunt are here. Um, they're just basically telling me like sit down and talk to us. There's a lot on your mind. Just talk to me. It's okay that people think you're crazy. Just talk to me. And I can feel like there's like a knot in my throat. Like I want to cry. You know how you just kind of like hold it back? That's what I'm feeling right now. So I'm not sure if Marcia, if you have a sense of like you want to like you're having issues speaking about something.
Yeah, she says, I am sorry, my grandma went blind and I have a lot on my mind. Spot on.
Okay. Um we need to ground ourselves. We need to ask, and this is something that I do say a lot. Because this basically spirits who have passed on, they're bored, so they really don't have much to do. So if you invite them to lunch, to breakfast, for a drive, I'm going to go to the grocery store, or you get a random inspiration. I feel like you get random epiphanies or inspirations to be busy with your hands. And I keep smelling food, so I'm not sure if you're good on like if you really enjoy baking, cooking, but they really want to be invited in your life because they've tried to reach out to you, but it's kind of like what's speaking. Yeah, well, she's not coming to me like she's 76. I'm telling you that right now. She's coming to me like she's like in her mid 30s, because that's where she was like, I'm the best there is.
Yeah.
um um just also want to make this clear. If you don't have the ability to go down on your knees and pray, you don't have to. Just tears are prayers too, and if you just have a seat and just say whatever comes to mind, don't be correcting yourself, because I feel like you correct yourself or you kind of like you're on eggshells or about how you speak.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to say the wrong thing, or it's kind of like it's very hard to say what's really on your mind. Just say it, is what I keep hearing. She's like, she just needs to talk to me. Just talk to me. It's okay. Just talk to me. Okay. If you don't have the strength to pray, to get on your knees, it's okay. You can just sit down and with the pillow, I feel like you kind of coddle a pillow for support. I know I do. But that's considered a prayers too, just so you know. Oh wow, that was a lot.
So my kitty cat is like meowing its head off over here. I don't know if you all can hear Quincy needs to come and say hi. Bye, Anna. Okay, Quincy, you need to get off the table, honey, because mommy needs the table. Come on, mama. Sorry, friends. Everybody here is used to the kitty cats. You can't lay on. Okay, he wants to lay on your cards, Marcia. Honey, you can't lay on the card. You have to go. I'm sorry. This is really interesting. Sorry, are you done, honey?
Yes, I'm done. I'm done.
Sorry, I apologize. I got distracted with the kitty cat. So Marcia, I got the 5 of fire. So feeling conflict, confusion, competition, annoyances. That's what that card means, which is interesting because then I've got the 10 of water, which is family, right? And here he comes again. It's the happy family card. It's love. It's blessings. Then I got the sun card. This is the yes card in the tarot. This is joy. It's enthusiasm. It's success. On the bottom of the deck, I've got the sun, the 2 of earth. My cat is like all crazy. You can see what we're dealing with here. I'm worried he's going to step on the keyboard and like send us flying into some other universe over here. Quincy, we've got the balance card, right? The important note in this particular balance card is it's balance and prioritization, right? So sort of getting your ducks in a row. Okay. Now, if you all were watching me and I picked up my deck of cards, I literally had all of these cards fall out. Okay. So we're just going to go with it because when they fall out, they want to be heard. So the first card that we have is planning in action. Okay. So interesting that I've got prioritization and planning in action. So if you're trying to put a plan together, and I think I know what your plan is, I think what because we've had that before, right? That is the thing that is really starting to mess with you in terms of what you're trying to do. Sorry, I apologize. He's trying to get that fan. That's what he's trying to do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we have then discovery. Okay. So making a plan, going after the plan, allowing yourself to discover the path, right? The next move, the move forward, right? We have optimism. And it's interesting because you said that one of them has long hair, and I know that this is a
representation.
Yeah, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. But it just was interesting to me, right? How she's facing through the portal, looking through the new opportunity, facing the sun, right? That's hope. That's optimism, new beginnings, right? We've got great gratitude. Sometimes just flipping the switch between those 2 cards, between the conflict and counting our blessings, right? Going back to that place of remembering what we have to be grateful for is all we need to shift our perspective into, lifting our vibration up and just feeling better about a particular situation, right? Finding the hope in the situation. Then I got these 2 cards here, which is the loving woman and true love. Okay. I mean, I know I don't know you, Marcia, but I feel like I know you well enough to say that you are like, the grandma that everyone wants, the mom that everyone wants, like the super aunt, the one that everyone wants to confide in and hug and like tell all their joys to and all their sad stories to. Like, I feel like you're that kind of person. I feel like you're the kind of person that everyone wants to sort of be around because you make them feel warm and welcome. So message from grandma is, be that person to yourself as well as to other people, right? Think in terms of gratitude and blessings and joy, and try to maintain that balance, and then that's going to negate some of those conflicts. That's what I got for you, love. I hope that makes sense. I hope it helps. Sorry. That was a long one. I apologize, but you got to go with what you got.
No, yeah, definitely.
Oh, she was a card player?
Faith.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Marcia, for saying that. I appreciate you. And that's lovely. I mean, sometimes we just need to have a reminder. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we just need that reminder to be kinder to ourselves.
Absolutely.
Hi, Jen. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Sorry, I feel like I'm slacking on my hostess duties. Apologize.
No,
sorry, did you want to say something and I cut you off? I apologize.
No.
Not you. No.
Oh, I was saying not me.
Not you. Okay, friends, let's just share the story. Okay, so listen. So I ordered something that was delivered today, and my husband brought it to me and left it on the little side table beside me. That's what it is. And this thing then ended up in the hallway, and he brought it to me when Lady Soul and I had just met each other backstage for the first time, and said that, why was this in the hallway? And I'm like, I don't know, because my cat Quincy took it off my desk and took it out in the hallway. I mean, it wasn't there 5 minutes. And then while I was talking to Lady Soul, he heard Lady Soul's voice, so he wants to come and meet her, and he jumps up on the desk, and he's literally attacking this, right? So now he's back on the desk.
He's obsessed with that.
Yeah, trying to pull this out. That's what he was doing. So that's what I'm trying to keep him from, is this. Oh my gosh! Honestly, anyway, I apologize for the weird track, but in case you're all wondering why I've lost complete control, I'm completely like, what is happening?
That is too funny.
All right, Spiritual Rain says, if there is time, I'd love to know if Spirit has a message for me this October.
Well, officially, when does retrograde end? Officially, like October 8th. I heard.
I don't know.
But now that retrograde is over, I know there are a few people who struggled with it. There was a lot of stuff that was happening. I very guilty of that. But now that it's a brand new month, I like to say it's the best month ever, because why? It's fall, it's Halloween, and it's my birthday month. So when it comes down to that, the first thing that I did here, and of course, I pulled a card. Why didn't you pull a card? It kind of just popped out. We got a full moon. So again, I'll just cover her up. Full moon, harvest the fruits of your hard work. It was a tough month. It's been a tough year, but guess what? We're gonna be blessed, because she's just sitting tall and just ready for all the blessings, is what I see. So we need to be, again, praise ourselves for getting ourselves this far. Happy. Oh, thank you, Silver 1111. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be spoiled this month. I was telling Kelly that I'm gonna be going to a concert, hopefully next week, of my favorite band, and then I will be going to Disneyland in Anaheim, California, for the entire birthday weekend. So I am extremely excited, because I get to see my big old pumpkin, my Mickey pumpkins. So I'm really, really excited about that.
I love that. I got really cool cards. I love it when I get cool cards. Sorry, are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Sorry. I don't know what is going on with me. I'm all over the place today, friends. I don't know. Maybe it's your energy got me all like, woohoo! I love it.
Mine?
Yes. Fierce energy, my friend. All right. This is what I've got for you, Spiritual Rain, and I love it. And, I think it's really interesting when I pull all different cards and they all sort of have the same color combos on them. It just makes me happy. I don't know why. We start out with the Wise Counselor. Okay, so this is the Hierophant in the traditional tarot deck. The Wise Counselor is about belongings and traditions and your belief system and learning, right? Higher levels of knowledge, gaining knowledge, always trying to learn something, trying to fit in, trying to figure out how you put the square peg in the round hole, if that makes sense. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, so that's coming in from the past. We've got the Wheel of Fortune next to that, which is luck and progress, change, the evolution of life, the progression of life. It's sort of doing your thing, you know what I mean? We've got the Six of Earth. This is obviously giving and receiving, charity, generosity, possible windfalls, which is always lovely. And then we've got the Ace of the Ace of Air on the bottom of the deck, which is speaking your truth, new ideas, new inspiration, aha moments, clarity, right? Communication, making adjustments. But I feel like, I don't know if I feel like you went through something a little bit, and you're on your way out of that said something, and it's like you're trying to find your footing again, and you're almost right there. You're almost right there, right back where you were, or even just a little bit further ahead than from where you were, if that makes sense. Don't know. We've got this card, which is lovely. Leave your usual social circles behind and seek out true companions. So that makes me feel like maybe you had an issue with a person, a family member, a partner, something, and you're sort of navigating your way back from that. You might have had a falling out with someone. And then I've got Wind, which is activation. And this is just a lovely card. I mean, the image itself is beautiful. So we can take this one of two ways, right? Number one, going with the flow. Number two, sort of doing that ever so important deep exhale, and just let it go. Just let it go. Give it a good old push out of you and allow yourself to just feel that new air coming into you, right? And I don't know if I'm right. I have no idea, but I feel like you went through something, and you're I don't want to say clawing, because I don't feel like you're clawing, but I feel like you're just sort of making your way back out of that, whatever that was. And so I feel like this is telling you, you got this. You're on the right path. Just let it go. Whatever may be hanging on still, just let it go.
Hey, you want to hear something really interesting?
Yeah, go.
So in my deck, I got the Trust card. The universe has a plan for you.
Yeah.
And all the phases of the moon, if you guys can see that, how beautiful it looks.
That is pretty.
Isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Yeah. I love that.
It's when you were saying, oh, you've been through something. Yeah, I can sense that too. That's why that card of the full moon is harvest, the fruits of your hard work. You've done the work already. Okay. Just let it go and understand that, yes, there's beautiful things coming your way. Look how the sky is going. Look at all the phases of the moon. Each moon represents a certain phase of your life. So yes, I totally agree with what you were saying. I think that was a really beautiful reading.
Thank you. I sort of feel like that last little bit, I don't know why, sometimes you feel like you need to add a little extra something on it. I feel like I want to say to you that the reason why that says leave your old social circles behind is there's something there that maybe that's where that came from, right? If you continue those same patterns, you can't really ever let it go. So I feel like maybe it wants you to shift like a hard right, you know what I mean? Like a hard break, and you know what I mean? To get yourself out of that. Thank you, Marcia. So Spiritual Rain says, yes, Kelly, did go through something very serious and I've nearly crawled. Okay. Oh, good. I've exploded to an even higher level of happiness, health, and prosperity.
It happens.
From your lips to Spirit's ears, my friend. I love that. And Marcia says, amen, lady. Soul, the universe does have a plan for Spiritual Rain. And
absolutely.
I love that. Okay. We've got 2 more questions. We're just at an hour, so we're hopefully Lady Soul is okay to stay for just
Yeah,
a couple of
I'm
extra
okay.
minutes here. Spiritual Rain says, I love that trust card, Lady Soul. The butterfly has been in my life lately. Great transformation happening.
Spirits have a tendency to manipulate nature. So if you see butterflies, birds, owls, just really take it as a sign of endearment. We always have spirits around us. My grandmothers, they come to me as white butterflies. My uncle, he is kind of like the muscle, I guess
Yeah,
you can say.
yeah,
He comes to me as the monarch butterfly because that's the man butterfly.
yeah. My mother is a
So,
yellow butterfly, and my dad is a blue jay, the
oh
bird.
my God, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, my my friend, his grandmother comes to me as hummingbirds.
yeah.
So I always hear the little hummingbirds. It's so pretty.
Aw. Thank you, Spiritual Rain. She says, yes, Kelly, you are so right about the social circles. I had to put that in capitals, laugh out loud. You know, friends, right? Friends, friends, friends. Unfortunately, it's not like the TV show. It's pretty much what I want to say. Jen says, my grandmother comes to me as a hummingbird. My dad as dragonflies. I love that. You know, speaking of dragonflies, I must interject this into the conversation. If anyone was watching the Queen's funeral, and of course I was because I am a Canadian and she's my queen too, when the casket was being taken from Buckingham Palace to the first service,
Okay.
it zoomed in. It sort of shot around from the back of it, and it
Uh-huh.
zoomed right into the top of the crown. And I actually snipped it. There was a dragonfly attached to the top of the crown, and I was like, "Oh my
Really?
God, Prince Philip." I mean, it could be her dad. It could be her sister. It could be her mom. It was just beautiful. It was very touching. It made me feel good, and that just gave me total goosebumps all over the place. And then, of course, there was all the talk about the rainbows that someone had captured over that they seen outside of Buckingham Palace the day that it was announced that she passed. So it was just beautiful, right? Lovely
Yeah.
confirmation for so many people that adored her. All right, Miss Kiva Lyons has been so patient, waiting for us. Here we go. Thank you.
Okay.
Spiritual Rain says, you gals rock.
Thank you.
And Marcia Green
Okay.
said, yes, they do. We appreciate you
So,
too. Thank you so much.
so, okay. So there's kind of a few things. First, my upper back started to get sore. My lower back started to get really sore, like my lower back.
Whoa.
And then, you okay?
Yeah, no, my card literally just shot right out and on the floor. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
I feel like there is a certain, I don't want to say this word, kind of like, you're extremely anxious. You're extremely anxious for like a sign of, it's like like current events that happening one right after the other, and it's kind of like, why is this happening to me, or why does things continuously tend to happen. What I can tell you is there are certain reasons why things are happening, and I feel like people or a certain group of people are not turning their back on you. They just aren't speaking to you, and it's not because of you. But just so you know, when we let go of certain groups of people who are holding us back from our own higher good, and I know that it was said in the actual chat, once we let go of what we is familiar to us, it can bring us a whole energy of peace and happiness, and we need to trust. So these two cards popped right out as I was meditating on getting clear messages from spirit. So the first one that did come out was Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. You fought a certain battle for so long, and it's like chipped, like arrows have been chipped because of how many times you've used them to defend yourself, to continuously fight a certain kind of like a cycle of there's like I feel like there's a cycle that hasn't been able to be broken, but you're kind of like, you know what, I'm officially done, I moved on. So that's what I feel like broken arrow means in this current situation. And it says embrace the energy of peace, meaning you've learned your lesson. Okay, great. Now the second one, when I say trust, I got Sky Father, trust in the unknown. The universe, God, his angels, whether we like it or not, we are at their mercy when it comes to time. When we finally learn our lessons, that's when blessings and abundance of love, of, of financials, um, financial gain, of love, or, certain things that you've been wanting, it's going to come. I can't give you a certain time because time works very funny, and that's not a strong suit that what the angels and my guides give me.
Right.
But you fought a lot. Now you just really need to just take a moment and understand that peace is coming, and that we have angels such as Sky Father in this case. It's going to be okay. We need to trust in the unknown.
You all have the nicest cards. We don't get nice cards here. Jen says, I love that Oracle deck. I use it all the time. And Marcia says, great card. Trust in the unknown for Kiva. Marcia is Kiva's mom, FYI.
Oh, okay.
And it's really interesting that you got all that, because I just pulled these 3 cards and they all popped out at once. I got Joy, Bliss, and Magic. Right.
And it's again all body of water.
Yes. All right. So, Miss Kiva, this is what I've got for you. So, the 8 of Earth, working hard, right? Working hard, paying attention to the details, trying to, get to a better place in terms of mastering your craft, or, getting a promotion or something of that nature. Next, we have the Magician. The Magician is about using all of the resources that you have available. Sorry, I took that away way too fast. If you notice, the Magician has all of the tools of the tarot, right? So the pentacles, the swords, the wands, and the cups. He's got all of those resources at his disposal. So he is empowered. He is prepared. And he is able to manifest things, right? He's able to bring those things into reality. Johnny, that's this deck. Hi, by the way. Oh, hold on. Leaning Tower of Pisa Jenga game thing that I got going on here. It's this, the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle cards.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I just got it. Like, the card stock is crap, but they're beautiful images and beautiful cards. Sorry, I'm just being honest. So next to that, Kiba, we've got the 5 of Air. Okay. This is an interesting card because this is, and I don't like this word, I don't like the word mistakes, but mistakes, melodrama, and reassessment. And that's in a challenge position. And I sort of feel like this is like the chess maneuver, right? As pictured on the card. Like, if I do go here, then this is going to happen. But if I go over here, then that's going to go happen. But it's almost like, when you're playing a game of chess, there's only so many different directions and moves that you can make. And so sometimes we repeat those moves, right? Which is what Lady Soul was sort of saying, right? So to be careful not to repeat past patterns or past situations or behaviors that may end you up in the same spot, if that makes sense. We've got the 7 of Fire on the bottom of the deck, and that is your challenge, your determination, your resistance. It is that level of, I can do this, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm determined that I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that kind of, I know Kiba. I don't know her personally, but I know Kiba well enough to know that I believe that that's who she is. She is that person, right? Like, I'm going to do this. I don't care how. I don't care how long it takes me, but I am determined. So I know that that's her energy. We've got the Enter the Temple of Truth, to Lady Soul's point about the trust. and learn to value it. So enter the temple of truth and learn to value it. In other words, this is standing in your personal truth. What you think is important, what you think is needed, what you think is necessary, how you feel, what you dream, that is what you need to own. Don't switch it, don't change it, don't tamper it down, don't hide it, don't pretend it's not there, right? We've got Polar Bear, which is nurture. I love this card. It's my favorite deck. Allow any anxieties or worries to be gently released and offered up to be healed. Easier said than done. But I'm telling you, friends, I am a living, walking, breathing example. And I encourage you all to go to the channel and watch, look up on the About page, Forgiveness Ceremony, where I went out in the backyard and I literally did that last November when I first started my channel, and I did a forgiveness ceremony. And I hope that you get something from that you can then sort of apply to your own life to help you, because it was life-changing. We have joy. May you pursue what lights you up. May you pursue what lights you up. So in other words, speak your truth, live your truth. We have bliss, and that is bliss, right? May you feel deeply and transcend. That is what happens when you do actually effectively release. You feel the relief of it. The peace comes back into your heart, and it's glorious. We have magic. Speaking of moon cycles, may you now, sorry, I can't read that far away. May you flow with the divine. So in other words, release, bring the peace back to your heart, lift your vibration up, strengthen your connection with source or power or God or the angels or spirit, whatever name you want to put on it. And then things are going to start to flow because you are in a different vibrational sort of place. That's what I got for you. I hope that makes sense. I hope it resonates. That's an awesome reading for Miss Kiba. I love it. Silver 1111 says, I love the energy between you two, Kelly and Lady Soul. Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you. And Marsha Green, she made a observation that sometimes I don't really catch on. I noticed when you read on myself and Kiba, you were having the same pain and movement. I just noticed by looking. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes I don't always catch it.
Well, yeah, because you keep it on, right? You feel it.
Oh, yeah. I feel everything. So, I mean, for those who don't know, I'm a psychic and I am a medium, meaning I'm able to communicate with not only guys, but I am able to communicate with those who have passed on.
Right.
I have all clairs, meaning I'm able to see, I know, I hear, I feel, taste, smell, and I'm not sure. And again, I don't know the proper terms because I know there's like clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyant.
Yeah.
But the seventh one, yeah, there you go. And then I'm able to if I'm given, I'm sorry.
I said I can shuffle cards. No.
I mean that's a gift too. Don't get me wrong, because I can't. Sometimes I can't. They don't work for me, but I am able to, if I'm given an object like a watch or something,
Right.
I am able to get a reading or pick up energy. And I do want to share a small story because I know I was actually on Wisdom Seeker Jones' channel yesterday, and I did share a story when I say, so on the last Claire of, picking up an item or an object, I actually went to a local farmer's market, and there was a woman who was a vendor. She sold cinnamon rolls.
Right.
With that cinnamon roll, she was giving out free samples. And I was like, oh, they smell awesome. They smell lovely. Like, who doesn't like free samples of cinnamon rolls, right? So the moment I took a bite of that cinnamon roll, I felt a huge, huge, huge energy just hit me. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, someone's here. Okay, let's do this. So obviously when it comes to people in the public, not everyone's always open to it, and that's fine. But I usually don't like asking because, again, the fear of, oh no, you're insane, goodbye. Like, no, I don't believe in that stuff. I'm like, okay, no, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their own. So when I asked her, I said, you know what, I'm a medium and I'm a psychic, but I do have a message for you if you are open to it. She's like, yes, yes, of course. It so happened that it was her grandmother. The
Wow.
cinnamon roll. I said, is this like, I said,
Yeah.
someone, it's a woman, it's a feminine energy. She's like a grandma, mother. She's very happy that you're sharing her recipe. I said, and her name is Nana. So I'm assuming it could be a grandmother. She's like, she was just stunned, like, excuse what? I
I
said, is
love
this your grandmother's recipe? She's like, yeah. I said, well, just so you know, she's very happy and proud that you're using her energy. I mean, her
Mhm.
energy, her recipe, and you're bringing smiles and happiness in people's houses from her recipe. Because, I mean, who doesn't like cinnamon rolls and coffee?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't
you
like coffee.
know,
I love
I,
cinnamon. No,
I
but
love, and they were so huge and fluffy, and the icing was amazing. And she was just like, "Thank you so much. I've been needing to hear that." I said, "Of course." So that's actually an example of one of the clairs that I am able to, uh, do, that I have the gift of.
very cool. I'm getting the weirdest cards.
Why? There's
I don't know. They feel like they're going like this, and so I hope that they make sense. Hi Gina, how are you, love? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us. Appreciate all of you. Please make sure that you go check out Lady Soul's channel if you're not already subscribed. She's lovely.
Thank
And
you.
of course, hit the thumbs up for Kelly. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, I'm just getting like all kinds of like it's
Oh, my arm is getting a little numb, which is kind of weird.
Hi Genealogy Junkie. I keep getting this card today, and I don't know why I'm getting this card. We start out with the Ten of Earth, right? This is
Okay.
legacies and building that foundation, and so but that's coming in from the past. So I'm not sure, Silver 1111, if you've had like a breakup in the family, some kind of situation in the family where ties have been severed, some sort of separation. Because then I've got the Eight of Fire, the things happening really, really quick, information coming in, and then I've got the Lovers card. And then I've got the Nine of Air on the bottom of the deck. That's, sleepless nights and anxieties and a lot of worry, a lot of upset. Then I've got Whale, which is tenderness.
So something Silver just said.
That about going up the right arm. There, that's really, really interesting because you said your arm was weird or
because
pain in your arm.
It's like it felt heavy and it felt numb. I'm like, ow, that really hurt. Yeah. That's the first time I ever. Is that how it feels? How horrible! Oh my goodness.
That's so interesting. This card, Whale, says is tenderness. Show compassion and forgive what needs to be forgiven. Okay. Then we have Kangaroo, which is courage. You are being tested. Have faith and stand in your truth. Then I have Music, which is bringing in harmony, right? Music opens up your throat chakra. If you're singing along with it, it's creative. If you're writing it or if you're playing an instrument, it lifts your vibration because it fills you with joy when you listen to it. Music is great for so many things other than just, listening to it on the car radio. And then I've got look in a book. So whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. And the last one that I got is answered prayers.
Okay, so I'm not sure who I'm channeling. I'm so sorry. Keep going.
No, this last. The universe has heard your request and is responding to your needs. So, go ahead.
I don't know who I'm channeling, but like my neck is like starting to pull too. So I don't know if it's her mother or her grandmother, but um I'm not sure if certain things run in your family, Silver, but like all right here are starting to like pinch and it like starting to hurt my arm. Um I didn't understand why this card kept, it's like I shuffled my a certain deck a couple times and the card kept coming out. It's Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information.
Yeah.
We I and I know that we're not doctors, but um being open to certain practices is always good. We need to make sure we really, really need to take care of ourselves. Um, the other ones that I did get, the answers you need are coming. It is a full moon in Gemini. I got the new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears.
Yeah.
And then the last one I got, which is a very positive card, prosperity lies ahead. Their new moon in Taurus. So again, these are phases of moon. Full moon is mean to let go, to release what doesn't serve you. New moon is welcoming blessings, welcoming receiving. Oh, geez. And it's really weird because now I'm getting like a sharp pin needle on my foot. That's so weird. And it's only on my left side. I get confused with my left and my right. I'm sorry. But we need to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. And if we have questions, we really need to ask the appropriate people. So, Silver, I don't know if you can, if you're still here.
Yep, she is.
Okay.
I just want to say, and again, not doctors, not medical.
Yeah, we're not doctors, no.
But and I'm not trying to minimize what you're feeling by any stretch of the imagination. So
Yeah.
I'm just putting this out there also that when you have like diagnosed anxiety, for example, and the only reason I'm saying it is because I got that card on the bottom of the deck, right, about the anxieties and the sleepless nights. And so I don't know if it's just like regular, like I can't sleep at night, or if this is like, anxiety panic disorder kind of idea. And if it is, when you have anxiety, you get things like that happen to you, right? You'll get the zaps in your fingers and the zaps in your toes. And, like you can't, one night I was sitting here and all of a sudden I pinched a nerve in my neck and I didn't even do anything. And it went all the way down my arm and two of my fingers were numb for like 3 days because my anxiety will do that to me, make you feel lightheaded, right? Can't swallow a whole bit. So, and I'm not trying to minimize it and I'm not trying to like switch it either. I'm just saying,
yeah, no.
If you have anxiety, you could have those kinds of things from anxiety, but you still should go to a doctor and make sure that you get that checked out. Because I wouldn't want you to be like dismissive of it and go, oh, it's just anxiety. Kelly said so, and like have it not be that way, right?
Yeah, no.
That's a really, really interesting read, Silver. I feel like it's interesting because you got that she was sort of being tested. I've got that you were being tested. I've got that show compassion and forgive what needs to be forgiven, and I feel like that's why that anxiety is there. Is that you're literally holding on so tight to it. Not that you're actually physically doing that. But your imagine your heart being surrounded by your rib cage, and your rib cage is like, no, 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 you're not getting out. No, 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 you're staying here.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. And that's why it's like, look in a book, your prayers are being answered, listen to music, all of these things to like lift you up and make you happy and sort of allow yourself to like move away from it. And I just want to say this to you, Silver. Because your name speaks to me, with the 1111.
Absolutely.
For 10 years. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
No, because when I talk about this, it always makes me emotional. For 10 years, I held on to so much stuff. And I didn't know how to forgive, and which is why I mentioned about the forgiveness ceremony. I came to this community and I asked a question. Allie was doing a show on something, I don't remember what it was, and Scott Allen was her guest, and I asked, how do you forgive?
Mm-hmm.
I was 56 years old and I did not know how to forgive. I didn't know how to get rid of it. It's not because I didn't want to. Literally everything I had tried had not worked. And
Yeah.
he gave me an idea, which is why I then went out and did that forgiveness ceremony. And I'm not saying it would work for you. I'm just saying, and I don't even know if I'm right, but I want to say to you that just a couple of months ago, I had someone on the channel and we sort of went to this topic of forgiveness. And she said, why would you want to give someone that kind of power? And I was like,
It clicked.
oh, wow. And I thought, my God, that's the ticket right there for so many people. Why would you want to give them that much power over you? In other words, a lot of times we feel like if we forgive someone that we're sort of giving them a blank check saying, yeah, it's okay that you just like, did X, Y, and Z to me.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not what it means, because what you're doing is you're holding on to that and they're fine. They're going about their business and you're taking all that underneath you and it's hijacking your joy. Claim your power back and just be like, you know what? Love and light to you. I release this because I am going to live my best life. Like no
Yeah.
one's going to take that away from me. So I don't know if that helps or not, but yeah.
Well, and I do relate to that because I've always been one of a people pleaser, and I never really had boundaries. And because anytime I would feel guilty about putting boundaries, I was always the one that I just suck it up. You're just being super emotional.
Yeah.
Now, and it has opened up my eyes. It's like, okay, I can't forgive you, but I am going to let go of that.
Yeah.
Like, just stay at and again, with forgiveness, it's everyone's very different, and there is
Absolutely.
no, again, you can't compare
No.
your anything to other
No. No,
people's, because
because
I don't
everyone's situation is
is
their own.
extremely different. Yes,
And
absolutely.
this is the difficult part about forgiveness specifically, because we are taught as individuals to honor our feelings. Maybe you weren't as a kid, but as a grown up, you were told, if you're in this community, if you're in the spiritual world, you were taught to honor your feelings, right?
Absolutely.
Own it, stand in your power, stand in your truth, own your feelings. Okay, so I'm owning my feelings, and now you're telling me to let it go, right? Sometimes that sends like an opposite message. So I guess what I'm trying to say to you is be kind to yourself, love yourself, know that you're not alone. And if you ever need to shoot me an email, you can. And just think about what I said about that forgiveness thing, because it's just a twist on it in terms of allowing you to be able to shift it just
You know what?
enough, just enough, just enough to bring you out. You know what I mean? Just a little bit
Yeah.
more. So you see a little bit more sunlight.
Yeah, I'm
Think,
actually gonna look at that because again, that's something of, and it kind of just clicked. The card that I pulled to, be open to healing information.
yep,
That's another healthy outlet. So
yep,
yes, I think I will be doing that. Go checking out that forgiveness ceremony and doing for myself,
yep,
because if we don't forgive, then we don't move on. We're stuck in a cycle that we can't break.
yep. Not only that, but again, not to turn this into the Kelly show. 10 years, 10
Mm-hmm.
long, horrible years.
Mm-hmm.
I took that in, and it had literally, I mean, okay, so I've said it before, it's not like it's a secret, I almost lost my marriage, I lost my family, I lost my friends, I lost my job, I lost my security, I lost my independence, I lost my brain functioning for a time, I lost my purpose, I lost everything, and nobody could help me. The doctors, my husband, my family, my friends, my coworkers, my therapist, the psychiatrist, nobody could help me. Nobody was getting through to me. I wasn't hearing the information that was being told to me until I came to this community and received the love and the support in the chat from you all, and amazing readers, that I went to different rooms and had amazing readings from. And then that that forgiveness thing happened, and I had a reading with Jean, and a sun psychic Jean that is, and literally my life changed for the better, and it has been an upward trajectory ever since. And
That's
from the
awesome.
moment that forgiveness ceremony happened, and I could literally feel the peace coming back into my heart, I was like, never again. I will never, never, never go back there again.
Hmm.
So please, if you are able to, let it go,
Let it go.
because you deserve the
Absolutely.
joy. You deserve it. You deserve the peace. And the minute that happens, that's when your vibration lifts, and it's a whole new thing. It's a whole new world out there that you have been covering up through no fault of your own, of course.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I went on a tangent. I do apologize. My darling, is there anything coming up for you that you would like people to know? Are you going anywhere to anybody else's channel?
Um, I know that I will be going on Allie's Heart and Soul Connected. We haven't really got an official time or
Yep.
date or link, but I know this month I will be joining Allie with Heart and Soul Connected, and officially Sun Psychic Jean, I believe, will be next Saturday, which is the October 8th.
October 8th. Yep.
October 8th, that will be my next live with Sun Psychic Jean. I believe that will be at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., I believe, Pacific Standard Time. And
Beautiful.
then Allie at,
Oh, Donna, did I not read your question, love? I'm so sorry. How did I miss
oh,
you?
okay.
Donna, of
We
course I would
can,
read your question. How did I miss you? Can you do me a favor, Donna, and type it back in the chat, because I won't be able to go back up to get it. But of course I will read your question. I'm so sorry. Listen, while you do that, while you find that, I'm going to play a little commercial video for all of us. It's consider it the seven. I can't speak.
inning stretch,
Seventh
the seventh
inning.
inning stretch.
Thank you. Help me out with the hard words. Appreciate it. Hi, Mika. All right, my friends. This is a little commercial break for y'all. We have yet another visitor. Don't show your bum. No one wants to see that. That's my cat, Austin. You want to come and say hi to everybody? He was going away. Come on, buddy. Come. Austin, come. 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 Come on. Come on. Come. He's like, I see that camera's on. You can't fool me,
That's
mommy.
so funny.
You
Oh,
can't
look at
fool
you.
me. Come on, baby. Come, look. He's like, I'm old. I don't play. This is Austin. Austin is almost 9 years old. He is my very bestest friend in the whole wide world. Hi, Gertrude. Hi, Mika. Hi, Warrior Girl. Yeah, Donna, can you please retype your question, because I can't go any further up in the chat where I am.
Yeah, I'm trying to find her question as well, and I'm not finding it.
It could have been if you typed it in when the chat jumped. Sometimes they disappear. It's the weirdest thing. This is my kitty cat, Austin, everybody. Say hi, bud. Say hi. Say hi. Say, hello, my name is Austin. I'm almost 9 years old. I'm my mommy's bestest friend. I weigh like 18 pounds. I'm like a small turkey.
She said, I've done it.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. All I can see is that should read strange. That's all I
Yeah.
can see. Hi, Kristen. How are you doing, love? I see. Hi, Kelly. Do you have time to read my question? Hi, G. Covington.
Yeah, I'm going through the chat and I'm not really I don't know why her question's just not.
Well, sometimes that happens. Thank you, Austin, for the cat hair. That was awesome.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you. All right. I'm having weird dreams about a close friend I've lost contact with. Is it a message to reconnect? Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sorry about all that. I don't know. Sometimes it's the weirdest thing when you're using StreamYard. We miss comments sometimes. Appreciate you retyping that.
Kipper. I did want to ask Donna, is it like an anniversary? Or I don't know if it's an anniversary or like a birthday or like a special event in her life or something. I can say that random when you think about someone and when someone thinks about you, that's when the connection kind of happens. I think it's just out of random curiosity because that happens to me. There is like, so say like an old friend of mine that I used to talk to that she was my bestest friend. And I randomly just thought about her. And then next thing you know, she pops out of my Facebook friends. Like, that's really weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly think that it's just out of curiosity that you two are thinking about each other at the same time. And it's just like, oh, maybe should we or shouldn't we? So, I mean, if you feel like you need to
Oh,
reconnect, I don't see any me on my birthday
sorry.
last month.
Look at the card I just got.
Oh, friendship. I don't think there's an issue with reconnection. I mean, I think that these things happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this person is kind of different the last time you spoke to them. Like it's a different I lost I think okay. Um I feel like the energies has changed between you two. If you want to reconnect, it doesn't hurt to try. You know, it's kind of could um, get to know each other at a different level or a different, how would I say it, at a different place in your life, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So if you
Sorry.
wanted to go ahead and jump in, Kelly.
Yeah. So I've got the two of water, right, or the two of cups, which is just a lovely image there. Partnership, commitment, soulmates, harmony, joy, people that you're connected to at your heart source, reconciliation. Next to that, we have the renewal card or the judgment card in the traditional tarot. This is self evaluation, a rebirth, a reflection. And this is I mean, so I can see in the chat you're saying you've been ill and you've lost contact, and that is in the middle. So that's where you're at right now. You're coming out of that and you're starting to think about things in a different way than you were before, right? So what Lady Soul said, I think, is because you've been thinking about that. That's why you're more open to receiving a message, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We've got the balance or the temperance card as the outcome. So that's compromise, self-control, and moderation. So in terms of this question, I think the balance is to sort of gauge your expectations, right? In other words, understand it may not be the way that it was. It may be even better. I'm not saying that it's not going to be. I'm just saying it may be even better than it was. But don't don't think about it too long. Don't question it. Just it's like if you had a dream, call. You know what I mean? Like don't really like overthink it. And I don't know if you are overthinking it, but I've got the Seven of Water on the bottom of the deck, and this is about choices and decisions and overanalyzing and procrastination. Should I, shouldn't I, do I, don't I, what a shoulda, coulda, is all of those kind of things. So I'm not sure if you're doing that, but that's what I got. So pulled the Friendship card. This is from Fairies of the Oracle deck.
I am the queen of overthinkers.
What's that?
She says, I am the queen of overthinkers.
Okay, thank you. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams, which is just interesting that word came into this message. And so if this is the person that would encourage you and motivate you and bring you happiness and joy, now that you are feeling better, then perhaps this is why that has happened, is because you need someone to sort of, reshift your focus and sort of reintroduce you to the good moments, the happy moments, the joyful moments, right? They may be just what the doctor ordered, so to speak, for lack of a better way to put it. I've got the Lotus Flower, which is unfoldment, and that's beautiful. Literally, this is showing you coming out of the illness, starting to open back up again, peeling back the layers, showing your, think of the sunflower tilting its head up towards the sun. You're starting to bloom again. It's 4:44, by the way. I'm seeing all colors today. I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, that's beautiful for you. And the last card that I got is playfulness, right? And if you look, the angels on the cards, are depicted as younger children, right? The angels are encouraging you to become more lighthearted and fun-loving. So this whole message that I've got is about, sort of bringing down those personal barriers and allowing yourself just to feel more joy. So I say, reach out.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to. It really doesn't hurt to.
Or send them a note, or like write a letter and just say, I just wanted you to know I was thinking about you, because I don't know about y'all, but nothing brings me more joy than to find out that someone was thinking about me and just decided to tell me. Like, it's a wonderful thing, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you for being so patient, Donna, with us. And I'm sorry again about your question getting lost.
Yeah, that was really weird.
I know, it happens every once in a while. What can I say? But I thank you for retyping it. Thank you so much, Lady Soul, for hanging out with us for an extra 44 minutes. That was very kind of you.
You're good.
I don't usually go that long on these shows, but I do appreciate you very much.
Yeah, I know you were saying that the energy was really like a lot. Yeah. So I was like surprised. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's continue let's go ahead and continue.
It's beautiful. So I played the little commercial. What do I have to let you all know? So tomorrow night, Circle of Friends, 6 p.m. Eastern. Cartomancy Mesquite is our special guest, and we're doing animal, mineral, and vegetable readings. Right? It's like the old game, animal, vegetable, mineral. So tune in for that. It's going to be fun.
That's exciting.
Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm back with Cartomancy Mesquite and Ivana Intuitive here at Dozen Cats, and we're doing Who's in the News, the Hollywood edition. And then, of course, my friends, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Beneficial Tarot and Tarot Stash here for Thank Spirit It's Friday. The first one back from our little summer hiatus, and we're very excited. It is a great opportunity to let your hair down, have some fun. The conga line happens in the chat. Who knows what's going to go on? And here, I'm going to show you something. It's an exclusive. You ready? I can't operate it, but it's an exclusive. So
Oh
anyone
man.
who knows Tiro Stash knows that he uses a fan, right? Look at what I got, you guys.
That is beyond cute. That is so adorable. I love it.
Well, it looks very much like my cat from my logo, so that's why it works.
What Quincy?
Yeah.
It does. That's probably why he's so attracted to it because it looks just like him.
So I got myself a little fan so I could be a part of the group. So,
Oh, it's so
anyways, I
sweet.
do hope that you guys can join us. Thank you so much, Lady Soul. It was a pleasure
Of
to have you
course.
here
Thank you so
today.
much for having me.
All right, everybody, love and blessings. Have yourself a wonderful afternoon, and we will see you when we see you. Mwah! Bye, everyone.
Bye.